just because of who I am as a person. So today we're talking about codependent relationships and implied obligation. Whew! It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, daddy. It's hot, daddy. Hot, daddy. It's hot. All right. Yeah, let me see if you can hear me.
Shit, yo. I'm really enjoying it.
That's the thing. Find what you love, what you would do if you were not getting paid. Which I'm doing this now. Okay. I need to go get paid though. So we're talking about codependent relationships and implied obligation. Today we're going to be talking about what is codependent tolerance, codependence tolerance. So we're going to be talking about codependence tolerance and implied obligation. Codependence tolerance just means that, look, everybody's codependence is just about in every single relationship to some extent. Like everybody wants to pretend like I'm not codependent, and everybody is. Right? They all do because of this thing called implied obligation. We're going to talk about that. So we're going to talk about what is your codependence tolerance. How can you tell what your codependence tolerance is? And we're going to also talk about implied obligation, how you tell what your levels are, and talk about love levels overall. So codependence tolerance, what is it? Codependence tolerance is basically how much codependence you can take. There are people that say, I'm not codependent, and they're lying. Okay, it's not true. They do have codependence because let's see, they're in a relationship with someone and it's a long-term relationship or even a short-term relationship. If they send a text to that person and that person doesn't respond in 2 weeks, they're going to freak out after a couple of days, and then it's just going to feel worse and worse and worse as days continue. Now, it's a very rare person that's like, well, I guess they don't care. Moving on, right? That may be who you are, okay? That means you have a very low codependence tolerance. All right? So we got some, Joseph's back. What's up, bro? Did you start something? Yeah, this is a whole nother topic. It's codependence. You're younger, so I don't think you have to deal with this stuff. You're a kid, so you don't really have to deal with this stuff. I mean, I don't know. You're 14. You kids, you young whippersnappers probably have to deal with it. But codependence. So what is it? It's when there is an unusual amount of dependence between two people in a relationship. It's basically when one person relies on you and begs on you and drags on your energy, and they're not able to kind of function and live in their own life and do their own thing. That's ultimately what it is. And your level of tolerance just means how much dependence on another person can I take. Codependence is an unhealthy amount of dependence. Okay, we got a person that's saying a bunch of stuff here. Let's see what they're going to say. Let's see what they got. Clean up UV comic spammers, like spammers, bots, people who say blah, blah, blah. This is a spammer. Okay, all right. We'll just put you to sleep. We'll put you to sleep, okay? QJ Duke V3. There we go. So we can actually see the important comments from Joseph and from IDK. Hello, how are you, IDK? I am well. How are you? Joseph says, can you ban him? Yeah, I just did. All right, you are listening, Joseph. I appreciate it. And then we got Adil Ikshan. Hello, bro. Welcome. So we're talking about codependence and basically how you can kind of break yourself of that. And also how you can not pretend it, but prevent it before it starts. And so, yeah, codependence tolerance is basically how much codependence can you take in a relationship? How much can you take a person needing you and you needing that person? If you text a girl and you like her and then she doesn't text you back for like 3 days, does that bother you? Let me know in the comment section below. Or if she doesn't text you back in like 2 hours, does that bother you? Some people can't take it. If it takes more than 24 hours, they're freaking out. So let me know in the comment section below. All right. Hola, Vanilla Bean, hit 3M. All right. ¿Cómo estás, Joseph? Joseph Harbottle said, Joseph Harbottle, hablando español. All right. That shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it that way. Hablando el español. All right. So codependence can you take? How much dependence on a girl can you take, dudes? And then girls, how much dependent on a guy can you take? How much of a guy, if you send a guy a text, like a little emoji text, like a little kissy heart face or something, how long does he need to wait? How long do you need to wait before you start to feel weird that he hasn't responded? Meaning, how long is too long? How long is too long? Let me know in the comment section below. For me, I could give a damn. Like, I'm too old for caring for that stuff. If I text a girl, I like her, and she doesn't respond in 24 hours, I'm like, she doesn't like you, like me. Moving on. Like, it's that simple. I don't waste any time. If she texts me like 3 days later, I'll wait a week and then I'll respond to her. I don't put up with bullshit. I just don't. All right. So they said, for me, I don't really care. I leave her alone. Good job, Joseph. Sounds like you got your head on right, man. Yeah, I don't, because I just, this is the thing, is like, if a girl likes you, she likes you, she shows it, she responds. If she doesn't, that's okay. She can move on. There's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly fine. She's just not for you. So that's a good thing. Okay. So let's talk about, how can you tell how codependent you are and how much you need. First of all, it starts off with clarifying your needs in a relationship. Like I said, if you're texting a girl and you start to get uncomfortable after 5 hours or 6 hours and she hasn't texted you, you probably have a very low level of independence. Like, you might need more interaction from a girl. You may need a girl to get back with you. So you need a girl that's like going to jump on it in like 2 or 3 hours. And so that means you're going to have to pick other girls. Sometimes really hot, really attractive girls are not going to respond because they got a trillion guys trying to get up in their DMs or whatever it is, right? And so a girl like that, she may not be that important to me. Like, I'm one of those people that I don't care what a girl looks like. I just have low tolerance. So you may be one of those guys. You just need to know that, what your codependence tolerance is. And I'm kind of getting off topic here. So anyway, let's go back. Yeah. So Joseph said you don't care. So codependence tolerance just means I can stand this much codependence. I can stand it. Like, if I don't text a girl after a day or two, she's not blowing up my phone. If a girl does that, I say, hey, look, let's not talk anymore. Thank you. You're a wonderful person. And then I block her because I don't like it. I don't like too much. I don't like too much. And I know that about myself. And so I know that my dependence, my tolerance for neediness or clinginess, because codependence is basically when a person's clingy. My tolerance for that is very low. I can go a very long time without talking to a girl. A very long time. I can go months, literally months. And then I'll be like, oh, I just thought about her. And then if I text her and we connect, then we connect. If we don't, it's fine. Right? I'm weird like that. But I know that about myself, and I let women know that up front. Okay? So that's how you tell your codependence tolerance. How much time can you stand? If a girl blasts your phone, do you start to feel like it's creepy? Well, that means that you have a very low tolerance for codependence. That means you need space. That means you're on your grind. You're out there getting it. You're living your life, and it's okay. You don't need, if you're young, like 14, 15, you don't need a girl all up in your face. You need to be out there building your life, your happiness, finding out what feels good to you, what you love, and like just living the best life. And so yeah, that's that. Yeah, Joseph says that's bad. I'm not a dirty person. I just care for their personality. Okay, I get you. I get you. Also, in the Western society, oh, that's nice. Let me give you some money. In the Western society, men are taught to be too codependent. We're taught to care too much about what a woman is about. Like, we're taught, oh, I like a girl. I need to chase her down. No, you don't. You never need to chase a woman. You never need to go after a girl. Ever, 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 ever. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care how perfect she is. You never need to chase a girl. Ever. You need to go after what God put in you to do in this world. And all the women will show up later because, like they say, girls don't run the race with you. They just go to the finish line and pick the winner. That's how it is. So you need to run your race and win in life. And when you've won in life, you go to the end and you find the one that you want. You pick her. You go, "Ooh, I like you," and she's already waiting for you. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I texted her and she's been 2 days. No, she wants you. So when you text her, she's gonna text in an hour or two, and you're gonna feel okay with that. And then you may not text her for like another day or two because you're busy. Like, and she knows that. And girls that are going after high level apex men, like those of you who like this video in the comment section, uh, they're gonna understand that you don't have a lot of time for bullshit because you're too busy building an exceptional life, and they want you to build that life, and they want you to pick them, and so they're gonna be way more patient when you don't jump on them. They're also gonna be like, oh, he's an important guy because he's got things to do. If you're jumping on, oh, I need you, I love you, I want you so bad, they're gonna be like, oh my god, he's a creep. Doesn't matter how good you, even if you're rich. I've known guys that are rich. If they are chasing after women, women lose respect immediately. They become creepy immediately. Women will use guys like that and take their money, and that's okay too. I'm totally okay with gold diggers. I love women that are gold diggers. I think they're the greatest things to slice bread for losers who don't love themselves enough to put women on block, like to say, hey, look, I love myself too much to be fucking chasing you all the goddamn time. Pardon the profanity, you know. And so a real man loves himself so much that the women see that and they get addicted to it and they love him too. That's what a real man is, right? I would be like, quit blowing up my phone. Joseph says I would be like, quit blowing up my phone. I'm busy. I have no I have to focus on more important things. Exactly, Joseph. Let them know, man. You got to let them know. Joseph also says, why am I the only person watching the stream? Because I don't know. I'm going to put this video out later. So if you got to jump off too, I'm good with that, bro. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, be on your grind, man. Get out there. You're good. You got it, Joseph. Be on it. And the thing is, one of the things I also learned from Muslim culture, I really appreciate Muslim culture for this. And we as Christians in the Christian world, we got to bring this back. Women are not the most important thing. Women are just other people. Girls, like so many guys, like, I'm gonna have a girl, man. I'm gonna have a girl. And they're chasing women, man. And no, I never was like that. I've never been like that. If I ever did that, it was because my brain was fucked. Excuse me, my brain was messed up. Um, like I was sad or something. I've never been like that. But like in the Middle East, one of the things I loved was that guys did not treat women like they were so important. Here we treat women like they're so important. We put women on a pedestal. And women are very important. They're extremely important. But they're not more important than you. They're not more important than your life. They're not more important than your goals. Just girls know this. They know this about dudes. Why do you think that a girl will always, women are just bred smarter. They will always go for a guy that's better than them. They will never admit that he's better than them. But they're always going to go for a guy that's better. Let's say a girl's attractiveness, and this is SMV, it's called sexual marketplace value. You know, I know there's younger people in here, but I'm just talking about the attractiveness scale. If a girl is an attractiveness of 7, she's going to want to go for a guy that's an attractiveness 7 or up. Meaning, a girl's attractiveness 7 means she looks a certain way. She's a certain level of niceness, right? She's a certain level of agreeableness. I mean, she's not like cussing you out and going, oh, none of that. Like a 7 or up is not going to be any of that unless she's super attractive, okay? So she's going to want a guy that's a 7 or up. What's a 7 or up guy? A level 7 or up guy is a guy that has a career, a nice enough car that works, it's not breaking down all the time. He's got his own place, and he takes care of his body, okay? That's a 7 or up guy. An 8 guy is a good looking guy that's got money and takes care of his body. A 9 guy is a good looking guy that's got a shit ton of money and takes care of his body. A 10 is a guy that he can look like anything, but he's got millions and millions of dollars, okay? And he's taking care of himself, and he's confident, and he's getting it, okay? You don't just have to have money. Money's a part of it. Anyway, I digress. So, I got this topic. Let me jump to the comments. Okay, get back on it. So, the thing is, in the Middle Eastern culture, getting back on topic, in the Middle Eastern culture, men know women are not that important. They know that You can look at a woman and be like, oh, she's attractive. But the second thing that comes into the mind of the guys that I knew in the Middle East was she's also annoying. And I love that because it's true. I love women, boy. They're so cute and pretty. Oh, they're so amazing. And they got these, their little faces and their pretty bodies. They smell so good, right? But they got this mouth on them sometimes. And they're so fucking annoying sometimes. You got to remember that. Every time you see a pretty woman, remember that she farts. She talks some nonsense. She's still a human. And she's so pretty. And she's such a woman. And she's such a wonderful thing, right? God made these women are so beautiful. They're so amazing. But she's still a fucking human. And she's still going to get on your nerves sometimes. And that's the thing I love about the Middle East. Guys know that. But here in the West, we've been taught feminism. Women don't have problems. Women never are bad. Their shit doesn't stink. And we think that, oh, she's so pretty. She's the answer to all my problems. I got to chase her down. No, you don't. Your most important thing is God's purpose for you, your career, and your love for life. You've got a gift inside your heart. God's got a cure, a technology, a solution to humanity's problems in you that you need to bring to the world. And a woman's going to be secondary to that. She's going to be tertiary, quaternary to that. She's going to be the last thing on your list. The best woman's going to come to you when you're the best man. So when you have a low tolerance for codependence, you're going to get the best one. Because you're not going to have a girl that's clingy. And for girls, you're not going to have a guy who's creepy. A clingy girl is the same thing as a creepy guy. And when you are like super codependent, oh, I need you, I need you, I need you. Ugh, that is just disgusting. Nobody needs that. We don't need to breed that. We don't need that in society. Leaders of society, apex humans, are not clingy and we're not creepy. If you're not a good looking guy, get your money up. If you are a good looking guy but you're broke, get your money up, right? Get yourself to be the best person you can be. Because if you're an unattractive dude, you can still be a 10. Because that means, look at Bill Gates. Look at Bill Gates. Let me leave him out because he's a creepo. Wow. Epstein, right? But anyway, let me jump in the comments. I'm missing some comments here. Okay. So Ron Mitchbone, hey, welcome back, Ron. How do you feel about Trump trying to make Canada become a U.S. state? Ha ha ha. See, Trump is an apex man. He's a man that gives no fucks. He's not codependent. He's not creepy. And he's not needy. He's not clingy. He told Canada, listen, we're going to drop some tariffs on you. And by the way, we're going to buy your ass if you don't do what you got to do. Because we've been protecting Canada. So I'm totally down with Trump buying Canada. Make Canada the 51st state. Go ahead. Yes, I'm 100% down with that. Because we've been protecting Canada for like the last, 80 years or 90 years? Whatever, since World War I. Yeah, so like 90 years we've been protecting Canada. Our nukes have been, you think Canada has nukes? They do, but they have shit nukes. We have the ones that'll obliterate entire races of people, entire continents. We can sink continents. United States can sink entire continents with our nuclear arsenal. Canada can't do that. So yeah, Donald Trump should buy them. We should make them the 51st state. They just have to pull the line. They have to do their part. And Donald Trump is making America great again. I love Donald Trump. And he is not clingy. He's not codependent. For a long time, the United States was codependent. And going back to codependent relationships, that Donald Trump came in and said, World Health Organization, out. Canada, you need to pay up or join up. Right? He said, Mexico, you need to get that border straight out or we're going to throw tariffs on you. We're going to go to war with the cartels. Right? He went to war with you, not war, but he told Europe, look, y'all need to, you have to pay your fair share because we were paying for all this stuff. So I'm totally down with that. And that's what you have to do in relationships. If you're in a relationship with a girl right now or a guy, girls too, girls got to deal with this too. And the girl's just mooching and you're doing all this stuff and you're out there getting it and you're grinding and you're building your dreams so you can buy her $1 million, multi-million-dollar house and give her the best life. But she's not being kind. She's not being agreeable. She's treating you like shit. And she never thanks you for like what you're bringing to the table. You don't have to be mean, but you guys say, you know what? It's time for you to do your part. Don't ever force her to do anything, by the way. Never force a woman to do anything. If she's not for you, she's not for you. With God's love and God's kindness, let her know. hey, look, I love you. I gotta let you go because you're a ball and a chain. I had to do that. And so there was a moment I loved with all my heart. I would have died for her, literally, and I almost did like 5 times. And I said, you know what? This relationship's killing me. I can't build my dream and supply her habits or her lifestyle or whatever it is, right? I can't do that. It's killing me. So I had to get, and it was hard. It was scary, especially because there were other people involved that I love more than anything in the world, my children. So it's like, you know, Donald Trump's doing the right thing, and you have to do the right thing in a relationship. You got to cut the codependence off. If you're an apex child of the Most High, you cannot be in a codependent relationship. If you're a dude, you got to be with a woman that's on her grind for God, meaning she is fulfilling her purpose that God has put her in this world to do. If you're a woman and your dude is like, yeah, baby, and he's buying you flowers or a fucking drop of the hat, and he's like trying so hard to get you to please say nice things about him and like him or some shit, that guy's not going to go out there and kill it. He's not going to be a shark. He's not going to be a tiger. He's not going to go out there and create. He's not going to conquer. He's not going to do all the things that God has for his sons as the son of the Most High. He's going to be a loser. So you got to lovingly, kindly let him go. You got to let him go. It's not a son of the Most High. If you're a daughter of the Most High, you can't have that kind of energy in your life. All right. Wait, what was your last? My last stream was what was my last stream? Last stream was about when God deceives people, because God will deceive. God deceives deceptive people. So you got to be honest. If you're honest, then God won't deceive you. Okay. Even Greenland too. Yeah, buy Greenland, buy Greenland. Denmark's got Greenland right now, I think. Yeah. Denmark has Greenland. I mean, they don't, but they do. Buy Greenland. Let's buy it all. All right, Justice. All right. This is valuable info. I'm glad, Joseph. I appreciate it. Hey, XXJ. I'm just going to say, that's what this is. Hello, bro. I'm missing you. Cool. Remember me? Yeah, your granny's Somalian. You so hot and handsome. Thank you. Pause. All right. Ron Mitch will say, what's the point of Valentine's Day? The point of Valentine's, I'm born on Valentine's Day, so that's my birthday. Valentine's Day is another holiday that's been misused to take people's money and turn men into simps. That's the point of Valentine's Day. Still my favorite holiday because it's my birthday. All right, to support your loved one. I like that, Joseph, to support your loved one. That's really the true point, to support your loved ones and to show people you love them. I love buying the little hearts and candies and things. I love doing that stuff, man. I love doing Valentine's. I love doing the flowers. I love that stuff. But I'm only going to do it for a woman that's worth it, man. Never give your time, your money, your energy, your affection to a woman that's not worth it. And women, on the same token, if you're a daughter of the Most High, do not give up your body to a man that's not worth it. And I don't even have to say that to women because women generally know that. Like ladies seem to know that naturally, especially in the West. So anyway, so so let's talk about implied obligation. And this really is more talk to the ladies. Codependence is more for the men, like a woman that's clingy, a woman that's trying to get you to do everything for her, all that stuff. Lovingly get out of that relationship. Get out, because it'll turn into a 30, 40-year engagement, and you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to have 50 freaking pounds on your gut and no hair on your head. And you're like, where did my youth go? You can still get it back, bro. Don't ever give up on yourself. God's got you. But get out now, bro. Go chase your dream. Your dream will always give you more than a lady will. Always. Why? Because it's what God has for you to do. It's what God has for you to do. So anyway, implied obligation. This is more talk to ladies, okay? Implied obligation, what is it? That's when you're in a relationship and someone expects you to do something for them that they haven't asked for. Women typically will do this, right? A lot of times in relationship, but men will do this a lot of times when it comes to dating. A man will take you out on an expensive date. He'll do all these nice things, buy you all these flowers, and that's a red flag. If a man on the first date, ladies, if a man on the first date has a bunch of flowers, takes you on an expensive thing, and takes you to this beautiful place, all that stuff, red flag immediately. Any man that does that is codependent, number one. And number two, he's going to expect something from you that you don't want to give up, which is that that thing, you know the song, right? So implied obligation is men and women do it. We all do it. I don't really do it as much anymore. I used to do it, but I don't do it anymore. I used to do it in my last relationship. That was one of the problems. I expected her to love me because I was giving so much love. I was giving so much dedication. I was sacrificing myself so much. No much. She didn't owe me shit. She didn't owe me shit. Really. She didn't. She didn't owe me anything. All right. And I had to learn that the hard way. But implied obligation is when you do something for someone and you expect them to do something in return without explicitly saying it. Like, again, you buy this girl expensive dinner and you flowers and roses and all this stuff, and then you sitting there waiting for her to kiss you, or you're sitting there waiting for her to, go further than that, take it to another base in the baseball game, right? That's not for apex humans. As men, we never expect women to give us something sexually just because we paid for something. Never. Never. Look, in the past I've done it. All right? That's not me anymore. Never, ever, ever. I expected it. I never tried to make it happen. But in my mind, I was like, oh, she owes me. No, she doesn't owe you anything. You have to be better about picking women that like you and that want to engage with you in a way that you are seeking. And as a man, you got to be open and honest about it. You got to be like, look, you have to let her know. You got to pay attention to her signals. If she's showing you she's just there for dinner, have a great conversation, have a great dinner, peace, move on with your life. Never expect a woman to give you more than she's willing to give, all right? As long as they like it, I'm fine. Yeah, and that's good too. If she likes the dinner and she likes the conversation, it's a fun conversation to move on. It's wonderful to have a great connection with a woman, but if you're really interested in more than that, a relationship, long-term sort of a thing, then pick women that want that with you. Never, ever go with a woman that clearly doesn't have that for you and then be mad at her because she doesn't want that. No woman owes you anything, ever, 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 for eternity and amen. No woman owes a man anything ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I know that there's a lot of that talk in the red pill community, in the Christian community, in the alt-right and all that stuff. No woman owes a man anything ever. Ever, ever. And on the same token, no man owes a woman anything ever. As a man, if a woman, look, if you have a great connection with a woman and she likes you and you take it to fifth base, whatever it is in the game of adult play, and then you get up the next morning, you're like, all right, Shelly, have a good life, and you move on. You don't call her back. You don't owe her time. You don't owe her. You don't owe her anything for what she gave you during the adult experiences. Because I know there's kids in the thing, right? You don't owe her time. You don't owe her affection. She doesn't owe you intimacy. Nobody owes anybody anything. And so what happens in a lot of relationships is people expect you to give them what they gave you. You don't owe them jack shit. If they were nice to you, they were kind and loving to you, you don't owe that to them at all. It's nice if you give it, but you don't owe them anything. Now, I'm going to be honest. If I'm kind and loving and go all the way and give 100% in a relationship, I don't get that in return, I'm definitely going to be sad. I'm definitely going to be hurt. Not really hurt, but I'm going to be like, sad. Oh, man, I gave all that. She didn't give anything in return. I'll be sad. But I'm Apex. I'm Apex. I'm a geopolitical Christian. I'm a child of the Most High. I know better now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to pick better next time. It's that simple. So, at the end of it all, make sure you can pick your love. Never expect anyone to give you more than they are willing to give. If they don't give you what you're giving, choose someone else. It's that simple. Never try to explain to them, hey, you owe me and I gave you flowers and that. No. Just notice it. Oh, she took the flowers, she took the food, and she bounced. She never called me again. Well, hey, I got to go out with a lady I thought was really attractive. Next time I'm going to pick a lady who really wants to spend time with me. I noticed that when I reached in to give her a hug, she backed away. You know what? Next time I'm going to reach in and give a hug on first meeting and see how that goes. And then I won't pay for dinner if there's no hug or whatever. You can pick a woman that likes you and wants to return the affection or the intimacy. And same with women. You can pick a man that likes you and actually wants to respond to you and give you time and listen to you and treat you like a lady. You know, we never have to force people to give anything because God is abundant. God has all the things you desire, God has for you. God has the lady you want, the man you want, the relationship you want, the person you want, the time you want, the connection you want, the intimacy you want, all of that. God's got mountains of it for you. All you got to do is open your heart and receive it. So let's see here. Yep. Joseph says, as long as they like it, I'm fine. I read that one. Joseph also says, I'm too scared to do anything. That's okay, man. What, you're like 14, 15? You're okay, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You're young. You're gonna listen, Joseph, you're gonna get out there, you're gonna talk to some girls, and they're gonna hurt you, man. They're gonna reject you, man. They're gonna say hurtful things sometimes, man. And it's not that they're trying to be mean. Sometimes they're nervous. Sometimes they do like you, and they're like, get out of my face, and then they run away. You know, look, girls are crazy. They don't know they don't know what they want. That's why I just wait till you're older when you can get like a 22-year-old or something like that. Wait till you're older, man. Just have fun now. Build your dreams. Go for what you want. Have a great life. Let God lead you to your optimal life. And when you're there, bro, there's going to be like 20 women that you're going to pick from. You're going to pick 5 of them. And then you're going to narrow it down to 3. And then you're going to have 2. And then you're going to find that one or that 2 or 3, whatever. You know, figure your life out when you get there. But I highly recommend, like my parents told me and I didn't listen, wait till you're at least past 30 if you're a dude to shackle up with a woman. Wait till after 30. Wait, please, man. Wait. You sound like you're a good young man. Wait. I feel like I'm going to get slapped. I know if you feel like you're going to get slapped, don't go to those women. Don't go to those girls. If you feel like the girl's going to say, and by the way, Joseph, listen to me. If a girl ever puts her hands on you, that is violence, that is assault, and you can report that. We men have to stand up. You, bro, I went to jail because when a woman put her hands on me, I just let her until I couldn't take it no more. And don't ever do that. As a man, we should never put our hands on women. Okay, ever, 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 ever. I wasn't bad, but you know, still, anything you do with a woman out of anger, like if a girl slaps you and you don't have the emotional strength to like hold back, just go for girls that are not going to slap you. Pay attention. If you feel like she's going to slap you, don't talk to her like that. Just avoid her. If she's one of those, she might put her hands on you. But if she does, always report it. You have a right to be protected. You have a right to be safe as a man. And I know we've been taught we're men. You ain't got to. No, women are the highest number of domestic violence and violence acts are done by women. All right. Oh no reason to be sorry. No need to be sorry, bro. No need to be sorry. Go for your dreams. Um, but yeah, the highest number of domestic violence is done by women, hands down, by leaps and bounds. The only difference is when men get domestically violent, it becomes fatal. So we need to stay away from that with all. We just don't do it. So yeah, if a girl hits you or puts her hands on you, always report that because that's not safe. And like if you're at school, and I know for men and for boys, you usually get laughed at when that happens, but you got to love yourself. You got to protect yourself. And also women need to know they can't be doing that. You don't need to ever put your hands on a woman, but if she puts her hands on you, you report it, and you get away. You get out of that situation, man. Just it'll save your life. It'll save your record. It'll save your finances. It'll save everything. It'll also teach you how to pick a girl who has a cool head and a warm heart. A woman with a cool head and warm heart is what you want. That's an apex female. A girl that puts her hands on you, let her go. Walk away from her, because she's gonna put her hands on the wrong guy, and she's gonna end up in the hospital, right? Because women don't get it. These women don't get it. Men are not. We're not lap dogs. Okay, so you know, yeah. So just always protect yourself. It's because they don't get what they want. Yeah. Well, if a girl is like that, if she's a girl that doesn't get what she wants, that is implied obligation. She thinks that because she showed up with a pretty face, you owe her something. You don't owe her shit. And if a girl shows any signs of violence, Joseph, and you notice it, back away. Stay away. Keep your distance. Be kind. Be respectful. But stay away. Always protect yourself. As men, we've got to protect ourselves. And the best way to protect yourself is to never allow yourself to get in a situation where a woman will put her hands on you. Notice the signs early. Girls, generally, females generally are smarter about that because of evolution. I know we're not supposed to believe it as Christians, but who cares? Evolution exists. But it's microevolution, right? Women who got into brawls with men didn't reproduce. You know why? Because they didn't survive them, right? And then I'm saying 10,000 years ago, right? Women that say, oh, I can put a man. The only women that survived that were women that were bigger than the men that they fought. But the women that were par to par with men, never, back in the day, there were no protections. So if a woman was physically violent with a man just hauled off and just, you know, things happen, right? That should never happen, and we should never do that, right? And so most women are not going to do that. So like like I said, in other cultures, I've been in other cultures, and I see women try that in other cultures, in other countries, and I'm saying it doesn't go well. All I'm saying, it doesn't end well for them. And I stay out of it. I just call the police and stay out of it. If you see a woman in a violent situation, you call the police, you call the authorities, and you stay away. Joseph, all men are listening. Always protect yourself. Always protect yourself. The most important thing in your life is you. All right? Yeah. Yeah. So always protect yourself. If a woman uses violence when she doesn't get what she wants, stay away. Get away. God has better for you. Always protect yourself. So this is very important because as an apex human, as a geopolitical Christian, as the son of the Most High, you deserve the best. And as a geopolitical Christian, as a daughter of the Most High, you deserve the best. Any man who gets like, oh, you didn't respond to me the way I wanted, he gets like this. If on first meeting he's chasing you down and trying to put his hands on you, trust me, down the line it's going to get worse. So always, young ladies, and you may come from a violent household, and so you may be used to physical domestic violence and stuff like that, and so you may have a higher tolerance for it. If you're a daughter of the Most High, you should have a lower tolerance for it. So start to tap your tolerance down. Tap your tolerance down. Don't tolerate codependence. Don't tolerate obligation. Don't tolerate violence. When you notice any slight sign of it, notice the red flag, back away before they start to get emotionally invested. Because they're emotionally invested, they're going to you're going to get entangled, and it's going to get negative, and it's going to get toxic, and it's going to get nasty, and you deserve better. So this is just a public service announcement beforehand. You know, this talk is vital. You deserve a relationship of independence and of true godly love. You deserve a relationship that is free of obligation. When you meet a young man or you meet a young lady, you are meeting someone that will help you build God's kingdom on earth. So that means that, and I'm not talking about the church necessarily. You can meet them in the church, you meet them in the world, whatever. You don't have to be a nominal Christian, but you're meeting someone who's helping you to build God's kingdom on this earth. And so you need to make sure that you are the son of the Most High, the daughter of the Most High that you can be, because those are the only people that are going to even be available to you. As I'm building my life. I'm just making it happen. I'm making it happen. I'm jumping by leaps and bounds. I'm becoming the best man I could ever be. And I'm noticing that God's opening my eyes to the type of women that are perfect for me. And I'm talking like perfect. One day on my birthday, 3 of the perfect women came right up to me, like walked right into my space. They're just perfect, just perfect. I mean, the kind of women I like physically the kind of women I like, and spiritually the kind of women I like. And so God, when you become the best man you can be, the best woman you be, God's going to send you the right person. But you just got to be open. You got to work on yourself. You got to love yourself the way God loves you, and everything else shows up. So thank you guys for being here. I got to jump off here. This is my last video of the night. I promise you. And God is so good. God is the greatest, and God loves you, and God means the best for you. And by the way, if God is not giving you the best, it's because God wants to give you the best, and you're not receiving it. So open your heart up. Open your mind up. As my dad always says, he repeats the Bible. He's basically saying, open your hands wide, and I will fill them. That's what God says, is basically, don't go like this to God. Go like this. Go like this. And God will give you all that you need and desire. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Joseph, for your comments. Thank you, Ron, for your comments. And XJ, for your comments, and everyone else that showed up in the conversation. All right. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below. Share this with whomever is ready to receive it. Love you guys. Be Apex.